So this is Nick Blesson, and I just felt like good. Oh, okay. I think it's okay now. God, that was dumb. Anyways, I just wanted to make a video to kind of share what I'm doing because really a lot of what goes on with the party, a lot of it goes through me. So we've recently had a huge uptick in our membership. Um, we had a pretty shoddy um, membership list, a pretty shoddy way of keeping track of our members for a long time. And this includes a period of time when I was actually co-chair. Um, and I'll actually start with that. So I actually joined the Kansas Green Party in about December of 2016. And the funny thing is that I was actually I had voted for Jill Stein. I had voted for Jill Stein because I'm in Kansas, and I went through the whole process of being like, oh, should I vote for Hillary Clinton? Should I vote for Jill Stein? Then eventually realize, voting for Hillary Clinton, as is voting for Joe Biden. Uh, Voting for Joe Biden is totally useless in Kansas. Which was the same situation in 2016, and I was really fed up with the party, and I really just wanted to be able to register as a Green, but you can't do the party in Kansas. So I got involved, and I pretty quickly was asked, partly because nobody else really wanted to do it. So we've had this party for a while and just haven't really been doing anything effective with it. So recently, starting in late June, we got a huge uptick in our membership because what we did was we invested some of the money that we had left over um, service, and we had some emails. We had a good amount of emails that were from the Jill Stein campaign and from other sources too. And we started getting back into contact with a lot of these people that had provided their emails in the past, and a lot of them signed up to be members of the party. And we've even gotten other people through sharing on social media sign up forms. And to date, I think we have about 73 members throughout the state, and we had like 15. So we really increased our membership, and it's going to keep growing. So a lot of what I do is I'm in charge of sending out emails to our members, and I give them weekly to bi-weekly updates of what's going on. We meet. The Kansas Green Party has an executive committee, which is in our bylaws referred to as the Kansas Green Party Council, which consists of me, the secretary, our treasurer, who is Paul Crum, and the two co-chairs, which are Teresa Wilkie and Kent Rowe. And the four of us, meet about every 2 weeks. And our next meeting is on Sunday, October 25th. So we meet. I have been working on growing our membership I've also been working on just a little bit more established, and the most success we've had so far has been with in Wichita, because we actually have a lot more members down in Wichita. I think at this point we've got at least 11 people in Wichita. And we're very small. And one of the biggest things, one of the most important things that we need to do is we need to grow our membership. And we need that membership, more and more members, to establish local chapters which are involved in their communities at the local level. And then another big goal for next year is we need to have a number of candidates for local elections. And we should have one at least right now. And we might have a couple others, a couple other candidates for state elections in 2022. But the first and most important thing is going to be, in terms of candidates, is next year. So if anybody ends up watching this and is in Kansas and is interested in being a candidate, we really could. And you're a progressive. You should look at the Green Party platform on gp.org. And the 4 pillars and the 10 key values. These are like just kind of fundamental ideas that the Green Party is based on. And you can find all that information on gp.org and also at kansasgreenparty.org. But we really need local candidates. And we also really need more people to get involved. We do need to provide more direction for our members, and there's only so much I can really do on my own. I'm a law student, and like I have a personal life also. So there's only so much that I can really do. I can't do everything. And honestly, I kind of do a lot. Like a lot of almost anything from the Kansas Green Party that you see online, something from our social media accounts, it's me. Cause I run all of those. And I'm not, well, it's not always me, actually. That's actually not 100% true. Sometimes it's somebody else, but usually it's me. Another important thing coming up is we're going to want to do a petition drive next year to get ballot access to become a recognized party. Because if we're able to do that, if we're able to pull that off, and it's going to be actually really tough to do that, and we're going to need a lot of people. We're going to need a lot of volunteers in order to pull it off. Like I would say, really, if we really want to have a good chance of pulling it off, we need like 150 volunteers. We don't necessarily have to have that many, but that would be good. And I could send 112 signatures. But in practice, really, it's 30,000. So, I mean, even if we had 150 volunteers on average, each one of those. So, yeah. and we might utilize paid petitioners as well. We can get some funding from the National Green Party to put towards that, but that's going to be really expensive because with COVID, the price of the price of hiring paid petitioners went way up. I couldn't quote exactly, but I think it used to be the standard used to be something like $3 to $5 per signature, and now it's like 20 per signature. So you can see how that adds up a lot. Like, I mean, normally, if that wasn't the case, like if we got $5,000 funding from the National Party, that would put a good dent in the number of signatures that we need to get by just having paid signature gatherers do it. So that's a big thing. I know that one of our co-chairs wants to talk about endorsing candidates, and that's a tricky subject. And that means endorsing Democrats. That's what that means, and that's a tricky subject, and that's one that I'm not somebody that would say that we can't ever endorse a Democrat, because there's a lot of Greens that's I'm not quite that hardcore about that, but in order for us to be able to up too much, because I mean, look, we don't have any power right now at all. We can't just give out endorsements, and right now there aren't any candidates in Kansas. There aren't any Democrats in Kansas that we should give an endorsement to. 90% sure about that. Like, somebody might say that, oh, well, maybe we should endorse Sue, or maybe Tim Hall. Other problems, but from us, and I won't. I will be a hard line. Actually, that'd be maybe in another bull, yay. And actually, that'd be maybe in another video. I could these elections coming up. If you want to vote for her, that's cool. Like, we're not endorsing her or anybody else. Honestly, Roger Marshall is a piece of trash. And I know I'm calling name minded of me or whatever, but and that's what I mean to say. And it's just primer on what's going on with us. I feel like they're rundown of what we're doing.